What is up everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are continuing with our Andor series and we are on to episode 4 of season 2, so we are starting a brand new arc. I can't wait for it. In the last episode we got to finish off the previous arc. We got Cassian reuniting with his friends. We had a really important story for Bix that I don't want to spoil. If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. We also got the ending to the Chandrillan wedding and the consequences of the forming of the rebellion and what's happening to the people around, the likes of Mon Mothma and Luthen, etc. But I think that's enough of a recap, guys. I don't want to get into it too much into this reaction because we want to jump into episode 4 and this new episode. So if you want to check out those, I highly recommend you do. Like I said before, they're going to be on my channel in my Andor Season 2 playlist. But without further ado, let's jump into today's episode, guys. I hope you're all about to enjoy this reaction, and let's get to it.
It won't feel that way to you.
Oh man, recapping Bix's story already.
Spider, Ghorman. There's a mineral underground. Doctor?
Deep.
Oh, I love hearing Krennic's voice.
There is a risk of total collapse.
Presence on Ghorman at the moment. He's planned for that. We're building a new armory. Excuse me? We're starting tomorrow.
Looks like we could be moving forward with the Norman massacre. Could this be the arc? Nah, I think that might be the final one. I think this is just going to be a build-up.
There are no small jobs here at the Bureau of Standards. Not that long ago, I was standing right where you are now.
Dedra was just telling me how well you're doing here. And I told her that came as no surprise to me.
A new power couple on the Empire side as well. Oh yeah, we left B2. One year later. Are we gonna keep doing that up until the end? 1 year arcs. 3 BBY. Oh, time is ticking down. Well, it looks like Bix and Cassian are back together. Is she having a nightmare? Or does she actually think she's heard something?
Wasn't much of a soldier, was he? His family will never know what happened. Oh, might be a bit late now. Everyone has their own rebellion.
Bix is still traumatized by him. Ah, Cassian got to her. She's waking up now.
Same thing again, Dr. Gorst.
You want to talk about it?
Just go back to bed.
It's been a while now.
She's still haunted by her time being tortured.
Here, whatever this place is, it's when I relax. I still need to do something about these windows.
Yeah.
They've got themselves a nice little place.
Empties and towels. If we're gonna keep coming back, we might as well settle in.
You sure you don't want to talk about it?
And look at the effects of what the Empire can cause to the regular civilians in the galaxy. And this happens everywhere. This isn't just Bix, but it's because we're following her specifically. What a great shot. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, we're going to Ghorman. The Rimmer trade route. That's Cyril on Ghorman. He must be with Dedra. But he doesn't know what's going on. That dude was eyeing him. Is it because he's an outsider? Or just because he's an imp, married to an imp? Or dating an imp? Is that a trap to go off if somebody enters his house or his room? Man, this place looks so beautiful aesthetically.
The other way?
It's the connection.
The other way?
You might as well be in the outer rim.
I'm seeing you clearly.
How nice.
He's talking to his mum.
It was a promotion.
His advice is always uplifting.
You're being cast guarded and too naive to see it.
I'm in charge here, Mother.
Cyril, you've been played.
You of all people should understand the attraction of being in charge.
Even his mum knows something isn't right.
It's hardly the provinces.
What it is, hardly, is Coruscant. I fixed it. You'd made it back. Desk at headquarters.
And then they die at those desks.
You were here.
She's a total control freak, but bless, she does just want him here. She just does want him around.
A respectable career, a relationship, all of it cast aside, thrown away.
He didn't throw away his relationship.
They won't get another credit of mine. I'm not buying Ghorman again. They were always too good for the rest of us.
You are watching too much Imperial.
Established before you relocated.
These are decent people.
The way those co-workers look, just like they were hearing his entire conversation.
They'll be choking down loyalty oaths next week just to keep their jobs.
I feel safer already.
This place is hardly a threat to the Empire.
Don't become too much of an individual, Cyril.
I have spiders to count.
Same time next week.
And their relationship dynamic is one of the best things about this show. It gives the severity of the situation such a light-hearted tone, which is nice, because it is a much more serious series.
Nasz Mik rapius matiș de la.
Bashmat. Nashmat si bret.
I like their language though, and their accents. Reminds me of France. Going back to Coruscant. Look at that little guy. What a cool alien design.
This is the good.
We need to mix it up.
We haven't been here for a month. Look at us. I can't sleep, you can't shop. The mission is dinner. I think we can handle it.
Okay.
Cassian's struggling to go back to a normal life after everything he's been doing for the up-and-coming rebellion. He just wants to keep sticking it to the Empire. Look at this, though. We're in like a grocery store, like a bodega.
Excellent choice. They're in season. Fresh from Ukiah. I'll find a good one.
I need 3.
Right tonight or tomorrow? Haven't seen you for a while. I thought I'd lost you.
Been around.
These.
He's been here before. She's been here before.
Anything else today? No. We're good.
Cassian's pissed. Oh my god, look at that little creature.
Extra hots.
My husband wants a taste.
Strong enough.
It's tougher than he looks.
Cassian's face.
Got 2. Oh, this is a lovely one.
I reckon the only reason Cyril got this job is because Dedra was assigned to Norman. I don't think it's a promotion like he thinks it was.
Perhaps you wish to know more about where you live. There's a candy inside, with information on the wrapper.
About what?
There's a meeting. You should come. You have the address.
Oh my god, the Norman's gonna try and recruit Cyril. Because I don't think Cyril's a naturally bad person. I think he admired the Empire because he admired the law and order aspects of it. I think if he knew what they actually were, he could turn.
Clean it with Dedra.
There's not much left.
Look at Cassian frying up something on the grill.
Look at us. Look at this place. We're in a war. Not everybody knows it yet, but it's happening. People die.
I wonder if he knew.
Well, he does now.
Vix is so haunted about her
It was
actions.
an imperial threat. You and I are here now because he's dead.
I wonder if she's going to be able to hold up with what they're going to have to do in the future as well. Could this inevitably break Bix entirely? Or could she come back stronger? Looks like he's attending the meeting. Oh no, he's going back to his house. And somebody's been inside.
You sound surprised. Oh no. No. I'm not gonna fall for that one.
Trying to get him to cook more.
I can handle more than you think. I'm not Marva. I'm not your sister. I can...
Seriously?
You didn't kill that boy because we're at war. You killed him because he saw my face.
So that's what she's eating up about.
I don't know. But if I'm giving up everything, I want to win. We have to.
You don't actually get many, like, as stupid as it sounds, you don't get that many big deals in relationships in Star Wars. Like, you have, like, Anakin and Padme, Han and Leia, a little bit of Obi-Wan and Satine, like, but there's not too much. So I like that they're investing into Cassian and Bix here, and also Cyril and Dedra in the previous episodes, which I'm sure we'll see more of.
I left my notes on my desk like an idiot. I have to have them. Take me 5 minutes.
There's no way he gets in. Actually, yeah, make it do it himself. Of course they're gonna let him in.
Of course, always. Look, I don't have much time.
Sorry.
I've been invited to a meeting.
A meeting with who?
I don't know. It's public.
He's a spy for Dedra.
Some of us have more people in custody than we can process.
Supervisor Young raises this problem is not unknown to me. Colonel Yularan and myself to discuss amplifying our intake process.
He was waiting for somebody to point that out.
For reminding us all how this room is meant to function.
He was waiting for somebody to admit that. That's such a cool little test.
Has it ever crossed your mind that Partic has put me on access because I don't seek?
You've given me a lot to think about. My door is open.
She is so desperate to get back onto the Andor case. She really wants to catch him. Can't let it go.
How do I repay you?
You can buy me lunch.
Done.
This guy's planning. Luthen's spy. What's his name? Lonnie, I think. He's very smart. I think he's got a right little plan going. I'm just waiting to see what comes to fruition.
Are we finding criminals or making them?
Why this? Why that? I can't support the bill because
I recognize him.
And why Ghorman is being persecuted so intently.
Go back 2 years. Take the 75 planets with the
I
lowest...
really recognized him. Is he in Rogue One?
I believe what I feel.
All doubts aside, there is one. If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
I know how hard you're working this month.
I am close on the votes.
I really think he might be.
What I hear.
I need to hear his name.
Voting against the Emperor right now would be a total violation of that request. Ghorman cannot. I'm sorry, Mon.
Is he the Senator of Norman? Oh, Mothma's trying to rally votes, but it doesn't look like it's going her way. We get another Luthen meeting. And this time we're seeing it from Lonnie's perspective.
You asked 2 questions. One answers the other.
Spit it out!
Dedra Meero's running Ghorman. She's been on it all year, all this time. I doubt there's 3 people in the building that know what I've just told you.
Dedra's actually running the Ghorman gonna be running the Ghorman massacre.
I can't wait another 3 months, Lonnie. There's too much going on.
You used to tell me to wait.
Those days are gone. We're up to date on the signal sequence. We'll be standing by.
Oh man, those meetings between Lonnie and Luthen are so tense. I love it. You can really feel the struggle of the rebellion and the need to push forward, the urgency.
Condem dialer smulegem velor carapod si je peux dire. Nash fola disprang gastam. Et vache dilam bouvard.
This is what Dedra needs as well. She needs them to act out. And if she can get Cyril to get them to act out... Everything is going to plan for Cyril and Dedra right now.
She lost her family in the Tarkin massacre. The building would never cast a shadow across the memorial.
The Tarkin massacre. So that's already happened then, and that's a separate event. That's cool that they made that canon.
It's not funny. It's not true, is it?
At the Bureau of Standards.
It's a relief. I was thinking of introducing you to my father.
They're still trying to vet him.
16 years ago, Grand Moff Tarkin killed 500 peaceful, unarmed Ghormans in the middle of that plaza.
Happened 16 years ago.
You can imagine how upset we would be to find out there's an Imperial military facility rising over the monument to the fallen.
Yes.
The utter disrespect.
If you are writing a report, make that your headline.
I wonder if he can actually shape Cyril's opinion and mind, or if he's too committed to Dedra and the Imperials. I'm really not sure.
Doinex.
They were all surprised he knew some of their traditions. Picks us up again. I hope she's not having another nightmare.
He's running the Ghorman front.
You know him.
In my way. We never met. There was a rebel pilot that went down and we tried to help, but I can't go. He's too visible. It's a different kind of mission, but it's not without danger.
And Bix?
No, not this time. You have to go alone.
Oh, he doesn't want to leave Bix on her own.
Ghorman would be a remarkable place to turn our way. I need to know more before we get involved. Bix will be fine.
You don't know that. And I haven't said yes.
Reach out to Clea. I want this done quickly.
He knows that Cassian's gonna do it. It doesn't matter. A car. Ah, we're getting to see Saw! Oh my god, this is where Will is! Is he joining up with Saw's rebellion?
Work up a thirst, find a vein, take what you want, when you want it. Has it been tested?
It works.
Who taught you this?
Why is that important?
Why?
Saw could use someone like him.
You know where we're going when I tell you.
Well, I need to leave tomorrow.
Is that what you need?
There was an agreement. This was negotiated.
They're keeping him.
You're here till I get what I need.
Oh no. This could end very, very badly for Willman. Oh no. I like that Saw's band's getting together now. We're seeing more familiar faces from Rogue One. Got like Yeti guy in the background. I can't think of what species he's called right now though. Are they doing the symbol of the rebellion? Because it looks more like a ritual, but it did look like the symbol. I think it might have been. Cassian's going. That was their goodbye. Now we've got Bix cleaning up the mess. Damn, Cassian, could have helped out before you left. I do feel worried for Bix though, like, is she going to be caught in her nightmares and her imagination about what's happened to her and like her issues, or is she going to be able to move forward? I don't know. So this is a drug. Do you reckon that could be that rhydonium? Because they said about taking like a small amount of it or whatever drugs you, it can be turned into a drug. I think it is. I think she's taking its coat. Oh no, could Bix turn into an addict? Oh, I don't know. Oh, good episode though. Very, very good episode. I enjoyed that a lot. We got a lot of focus on Cassian and Bix's relationship, which I really enjoyed. And we also got quite a bit of focus on Cyril and Dedra's relationship, particularly Cyril, though, and his side of the situation right now. Because we've actually got him on Norman being Dedra's spy and trying to get in with the Norman resistance, who are opposed to the Empire. Because we already know that, like Dedra said to Krennic a few episodes ago, that what they need to do is they need to find some resistance on Norman to do the wrong thing, so the Imperials look like the good guys for when they commit the Norman massacre and they start mining the resources of their planet. So she's got her plan in full motion, which is really, really interesting to see because it seems to be working out really well for her. And Cyril seems to be a lot more committed than I initially believed, because I wasn't sure if we could turn him or not. Now, I still think that's a possibility. I don't think it's set in stone because I don't think Cyril's necessarily a bad person. Like I said throughout the reaction, I think he's more primarily based in the right and wrong aspect, and he looks at the Imperials as completely right and the rebels as completely wrong, and he likes the law and order aspect, like I said. So I think that if you could twist that on its head and he's a witness to the Norman massacre, or maybe even actually plays a significant part in it, or even a minor role in it, that it could completely change his perspective and maybe even throw him into the arms of the rebellion or a type of resistance that's forming at the moment. You just don't know, which I find really interesting because I think it could go either way, and I can't tell where we are right now. Like, 1 minute I think he's definitely going to, the next I think he's too committed to the Empire and Dedra, but I'm just not sure. Again with Dedra as well, I'm not sure how committed she is to actually getting through this Norman massacre. Like, she's committed to the Empire, but I feel like the massacre might have a significant effect on her as well, especially considering she's the front runner for it. She's overseeing everything. So ultimately, it seems like Dedra's going to be the one to commit the Norman massacre. At least I think. I love that we got more focus on Cassian and Bix's relationship, and we got to see them together for nearly the entirety of the episode. I like that we got to do something mundane as well, like going to a grocery store and seeing them shopping. Like, did you see the cool aesthetics in there and the features? The way they sci-fi'd up everything to fit in the world of Star Wars. I just thought it was really, really fascinating. I'm gonna go back at some point and have a look at that like store again because I just thought it looked really, really good. I love that there's a focus on Bix's nightmares and their struggles as well, with what they're currently doing in the rebellion. And I like this sort of subplot of Cassian killing the Imperial because he saw Bix's face, because he's worried about Bix. It wasn't necessarily that he had to kill him. And it's also an interesting aspect because not everybody in the Empire is completely evil, especially not the grunt workers. Like, of course, we're following more cynical and evil Imperials in this show, and there are many of them. Of course there are. But there are also people that just have to be a part of the Empire and have to work for them. And sometimes we forget that because they're painted as the villains. So I like that the idea behind that could be in regards to that they are normal people as well. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that person was evil and what they had to do, but whereas Cassian doesn't see it that way, he sees it black and white as the Empire is the Empire and everybody else is everybody else, or the rebels are the rebels. I like that we got to see him meet with Luthen at the end as well, just to confirm that they are still working together, and it seems that Cassian and Bix have their own little sweet home in their downtime. We also got Saw Gerrera back, and we got to see his band of misfits, which I'm really happy about. We got like Tubes, we got the big Yeti guy. I can't think of his species name again, or his actual name, so I do apologise for that. But I was really happy to see them. We're seeing the Rogue One squadron come together in Andor Season 2 live action, which is just amazing to see. And we've also saw Willman. He has gone there to teach them how to load the rhydonium or turn it into a weapon. I wasn't really too sure. I was trying to follow it, but I got a little bit lost because I was just so happy that Saw was back. So I will refresh myself on that a little bit. But it looks like Saw's going to be keeping him until he gets exactly what he wants. And usually, or at least from the perspective I get from Saw, I don't think he's going to be letting him go. And I think something quite tragic probably happened to him whilst being a part of Saw's crew because of how reckless and dangerous some of Saul's tactics and plans are. So I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out for him. We're just going to have to wait and see. We also got a little bit of Mon Mothma trying to rally votes for the Senate to try and turn around on this, on what's happening with Norman right now. But people just can't get behind her because of what the Empire is like and how they can affect them. They're just... They're just not willing to take a stand or commit to that, which is very interesting to see right now because obviously the rebellion is still very small and you're seeing the likes of Mon Mothma and Luthen struggling as hard as they can, trying to make leeway or headway however they can, but it's just such minimal things right now. I also like that we got a little bit more of that Lonnie in the ISB meeting, and he was quite intelligent in that room, and it was sort of like a test to see who would point out about the fact that they're processing more prisoners than they can actually take in for information, or they're arresting too many people that they can't process enough, which is just really interesting to see as well. And he's finally got some information for Luthen, and Luthen's acting on it straight away, sending Cassian to Norman. So I believe the next episode we're going to take off with Cassian on Norman. I can't wait to see what happens there. I wonder if he'll bump into Cyril. I wonder what he's going to find out. I wonder how bad it's going to get. And could this be a significant speed up in the Norman Massacre? Like, could we be getting it this arc? Or will it be later down the line? I'm really, really not sure right now. But either way, I can't wait to jump into the next episode, guys. And I hope you all enjoyed this one like I did. I really did. But I think I've covered everything that I needed to right now. But if I didn't, guys, please point it out to me in the comments down below. I love to hear your guys' opinions. And if I did miss anything, I will happily respond to whatever you would like to hear from me, if you would like to hear from me, that is, either in the comments or in the next part itself. But like I said, I think this is where we're going to leave it for now. So I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. I do really appreciate all your support, guys. It does mean the world to me, and it helps me produce these videos as frequently as possible. So thank you for that. Stay tuned for the next Andor reaction, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.